To survive, everyone must convert their work into assets that are scarce, desirable, portable, durable, and maintainable. That quote is from Michael Saylor of MicroStrategy. It's one of the reasons why MicroStrategy owns 190,000 Bitcoin. That it bought at an average price of 31,000. That's worth a little over 10 billion, and profit-wise, a little over $4 billion. Now, this is MicroStrategy on the weekly chart. The last video I did, I said look for price to hit 1,000, but now I got to move the goalpost once again. And the next target is going to come in at $1,300, which is where we have all-time highs. Now, this past week was explosive. We saw MicroStrategy move from $700 all the way up to a little less than $1,100. Now, Michael Saylor was recently on Bloomberg TV early this week, and here's what he had to say. Michael Saylor doesn't plan to sell any of MicroStrategy's Bitcoin anytime soon or potentially ever. He says the spot ETF has opened up a gateway for institutional capital flow into the Bitcoin ecosystem. The ETFs are facilitating the digital transformation of capital, and every dollar, hundreds of millions of dollars of capital is flowing from traditional analog ecosystem into digital economy. Bitcoin's value, currently just over $1 trillion, is competing with assets classes such as gold, real estate, or even the S&P index, all of which have market capitalizations many multiples higher than Bitcoin. And Bitcoin, arguably, Saylor is superior to all of them. He goes on to say, we believe the capital is going to keep flowing from those asset classes into Bitcoin because Bitcoin is technically superior to those asset classes, and that being the case, there's just no reason to sell the winner and buy the loser. I want to share something with you. This is all the world's money markets in one visualization. Now, it's an older chart from 2022, but gives you a great idea of the world's value. Now, again, Bitcoin is roughly $1 trillion. Right, the world's gold, a little over $11 trillion. The S&P 500, it's worth $36 trillion. The global money supply, if you add up M1 and M2, you're looking at roughly 130 trillion. Global debt, 300 trillion. Global real estate, 326 trillion. So imagine if 1% of the asset classes that we just looked at came into Bitcoin. What would Bitcoin's price be? What would MicroStrategy be? Now, MicroStrategy first started purchasing Bitcoin in August of 2020 and has since consistently added to its portfolio. Software firm, alongside its fourth quarterly earnings report, rebranded itself a Bitcoin development company, doubling down on its commitment to the cryptocurrency. Alright, so kind of looking at the weekly chart again, I do want to scroll down to the daily to see if there's anything inhibiting price from getting to this $1,300. So I'm going to look at price, look up and go to the left. And there's nothing stopping price from getting to that $13 level and then eventually taking out all-time highs. Now in the bull market, 30% pullbacks are expected. I think in the last several bull markets we saw 3 to 5, 30% pullbacks. So can MicroStrategy get back down to 700? It can, which would be the opportunity to load up the dump truck if that happened. Otherwise, if you get a less of a pullback, say the $800, that'll be a great opportunity to go long as well. Ultimately, look for your next target to come in at the $300 level. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.